Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you so much for joining. And today's bhajan, we're very fortunate. Radhika is going to be singing this beautiful bhajan by Bhaktivinod Thakur. So, Radhika, before you start, would you like to share anything about the bhajan?
Yes, Prabhuji. Basically, I would like to share the first two paragraphs. I like to share as it is because, um, you know, this first line itself, it says, Udbhavita Thanukani Sakipati Saja Prabhavati Karunya Tarunya Ar Lavanya Amritadhar. So it shows that how Radharani is taking her first bath in compassion, shower, the nectar of compassion, and the second bath in nectar of youth, her third bath in the nectar of bodily luster. This is such a beautiful one because I would like to say it as it is, because when you can't even take what you got exactly from it, because it is such a minute things, you don't feel like missing it. And even in the second stanza, when you come, describes how Radharani, it entirely describes about Radharani's beauty, her outer and inner, as I mean the bhava, how she feels when, I think, while thinking of Krishna, if I understand correctly, I think while thinking of Krishna, see, um, somewhere, yes, symptoms shivering in the body, flowing of tears from the eyes, standing of hairs on the body, fluttering of the voice, inactivity and madness. This is something which describes. So this, I think, is something that we need to read it completely, Prabhuji. I don't think so. I can just pick, because everything is so deep in it.
Yeah, the whole bhajan is amazing. Yeah, you're right.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Okay.
These are the things which just caught my mind, Prabhuji. But there's a lot more. But I think if you just read it completely, I feel it. You can just feel the song even more. I feel
Good
she
thing to.
smiles like camphor. Her garland is extraordinary.
Yeah, no, wonderful, wonderful.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Prabhuji.
Okay, very good.
Bhaktivinod Thakur ki jai.
Jai.
Radhikastakam ki jai.
Jai.
महाभाव चिंतामणि उद्भावित तनुखानि सखीपति सच प्रभावती कारुण्य तारुण्य लावण्यामृतधार ताहि स्नात लक्ष्मी जाई सती लज्जापति वस्त्रजार सौंदर्य कुंकुम सार कस्तूरी चित्रित कलिवर कंपाश्रुपुलकरंग स्तंभ स्वेद स्वर भंग जाड्योन्माद नवरत्नदार पंचविंशति गुण फूलमाल सुशोभन धीरा धीरा भाव पट्टवास पिहित मन दामिल सौभाग्य तिलकोज्वल कृष्ण नाम यश करुणास रंगतांबूलित ओष्ठ कौटुल्य कचल स्पष्ट स्मित कर्पूरित नम्रशीला कृतीय शांतपुरी गर्भ कट्टोपरि स्फुरी दुलित प्रेम वैचित्यमाला प्रणय रोषा कंचुली पिहित स्थान युग्मक चंद्र जाये खच्चा पीराविनी सखी द्वय स्कंदे लीला करा कराम्बुजर्पणशीला श्यामा श्यामामृत वितारणी एहो नराधिक पद तोमार्द सुसंपद दन्ते तृणयाचे तव पाय हे भक्ति विनोद दिन राधा दशामृतकाल रूप रघुनाथ देवतार रूप रघुनाथ देवतार Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Bhaktivinod Thakur ki jai,
Yeah,
Gaur Nitai ki jai.
yeah.
Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you very, very much. Fantastic.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
And I was thinking you could sing it again after we've done the translation. That'd be nice. That was
Sure, Prabhuji,
so
definitely.
sweet. So sweet.
Yeah.
So, Kaushalya Mataji, would you like to read?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Sure.
Translation. Srimati Radharani's transcendental bodily form has arisen out of the Mahabhava Chintamani. She is the decoration of the Lord of the Sakhis and is effulgent with divinely splendorous potency. She takes her first bath in the shower of the nectar of the compassion, her second bath in the nectar of youth, and her third bath in the nectar of bodily luster. She thus conquers the beauty of even the goddess of fortune and is endowed with the prominent quality of chastity. She wears the silken sari of modesty, and on her forehead she wears the red kumkum dot of loveliness. Her body is decorated with pictures drawn in musk, and she wears a necklace that is adorned with the fresh jewels of the ecstatic symptoms shivering in the body. Flowing of the tears from the eyes, standing of hairs on the body, being stunned, perspiring, fluttering of the voice, inactivity, and madness. Sri Radha is very much beautified by wearing the flower garland strung with her 25 transcendental qualities. And she is clothed in the two-part silken garment of both sober and non-sober emotional ecstasies. Covered indication constitutes her braided and ornamented hair, and she is radiant with the tilak of auspicious fortune. The name and glories of Krishna are the delight of her ears. Srimati Radharani's lips have become very red from chewing betel nuts, and the black colorium of cunningness is clearly visible on her eyes. Her smile is like sweet camphor, and she is always fond of joking. She sits upon a bed of pride in a palace of fame and glory, and a garland of extraordinary transformations of ecstatic love hangs swinging from around her neck. Her breasts are covered by the bodies of loving anger. She plays on a lute called kachapi, turtle-shaped, to announce the conquest of her rival Chandravali. Radha is always found of placing her playful lotus-like hands on the shoulders of two of her girlfriends. Her youthful form is very graceful and slender, and she is the exclusive distributor of the nectar of Lord Shamasundara. O Rupa and Raghunatha, your great treasure is the lotus feet of such a Radhika. This Bhaktivinoda, who is very fallen and lowly, prays at your lotus feet with a straw of the street between his teeth. Please bestow upon me a nectarine particle of internal service of Srimati Radharani. Hare Krishna, Hari Bol.
Wow. Certainly one of the most incredible bhajans describing
Yes.
Srimati Radharani.
Mm.
So much nectar is there. We are actually not qualified to talk about Srimati Radharani, but this bhajan, Bhaktivinod Thakur has very kindly given us so that we can actually sing it and share it with others. So thank you so much, Kaushali Maji, for reading. And,
Thank you, Prabhuji, for giving me opportunity.
And Deepika for singing. Amazing. So I wanted to ask Surinder, are you able to talk, Surinder?
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Prabhu, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Anything you'd like to share?
Yeah, Sri Nityananda Chandram Patita Sharanadam Gauradam Tam Bhajeham. So I have a verse by Srimati Radhika herself. She says, Vrajendra Nandana Virahe Taj Jiviteshwaryaha Swayam Rupaya Api Dashivat Karpanyam Hanatha Ramana Prestha Kwasi Kwasi Mahabhuja Dasyaste Kripanyame Sakhe Darsaya Sanidhim. So this verse was spoken by Srimati Radharani. So the translation is as follows. Like a maidservant, even Sri Radhika, the heroine of the song of King Nanda, humbly petitions the Lord in his separation. O Lord, my loving consort and dearmost hero, where are you? I am your poor maidservant. Please come to me. So this was the verse by Srimati Radharani Prabhu. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Thank you very much. Yes, nice. Very, very nice. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
So, Deepika, you can sing this Mahabhav Chintamani of Bhaktivinod Thakur in the Gitavali again. That'd be really nice.
Sure, Prabhuji.
Oops.
I'm also waiting now. Mahabhava Chintamani Udbhavita Talokhani Sakipati Sacha Prabhavati Karunya Tarunya Lavanya Amritadar Tahi Snata Lakshmi Jai Sati Achapata Vastaja Saundarya Kumkumasar Kasturi Charita Kalivara Kampashru Puna Karanga Stamba Sveta Sarabanga Jatyurmata Navaratnadara. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry.
Vimshati Guna Pulamana Sushobana Dhira Dhira Bhava Bhattavasa Vihita Manata Saupagya Tirakochvara Krishna Nama Yasha Kadunasa Raga Tambulita Usta Kautunda Kachala Spashta Smita Kalpurita Nandashila Kiti Ashantapuri.
Actually, we can't hear you completely clearly.
Am I breaking, Prabhuji?
You sound very low voice.
What is it? Now?
That's better. Yeah, that's better.
Oh, okay, Prabhuji. I think network I feel. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Panchavimshati Guna Pulamala Sushobana Dhira.
Oh, we lost you again.
Now, Prabhuji?
Say a few more things.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, that's better.
Panchavimshati.
Good,
Yeah.
good, good.
Panchavimshati guna pula mala sushobhana dhira dhira bhava pattavasa pihita manadamilla saubhagya tilakojvala Krishna Ramayasha karnolasa Raga tambulita osta Kautulya kajjala spashta Smita karpurita narmashila Kritiya shantapure Garva katto parispure Dulita prema vaichityamala Pranaya rosha kanchuli Pihita stana yukmaka Chandra jaye kacha piravini Saki tvaya skande lila Karmambujarpana shila Shama shama mrita vitarani Yeho naradhika pada Tomara da susampada Dante trinaya cha tava paya He Bhaktivinod dena Dada dashamrita kana Rupa Raghunatha Dehotaya Rupa Raghunatha Dehotaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Srila Bhaktivinod Thakur ki jai.
Jai. Deepika ki jai. Praneeth ki jai. Very nice, Praneeth. So, Sunil, are you there? I just think, yes.
Yes,
Good.
I am
So,
here, Prabhu. Sorry, I was unmuted.
you weren't there when we read the translation. Why didn't you read the translation of this beautiful bhajan?
Okay, sure, Prabhu. Srimati Radharani's transcendental bodily form has arisen out of the Mahabhava Chintamani. She is the decoration of the Lord of the Sakhis and is effulgent with divinely splendorous potency. She takes her first bath in the shore of the nectar of compassion, her second bath in the nectar of youth, and her third bath in the nectar of bodily luster. She thus conquers the beauty of even the goddess of fortune and is endowed with the prominent quality of chastity. She wears the silken sari of modesty, and on her forehead she wears the red kumkum dot of loveliness. Her body is decorated with pictures drawn in musk, and she wears a necklace that is adorned with the fresh jewels of the aesthetic symptoms shivering in the body. Flowing of tears from the eyes, standing of hairs on her body, being stunned, perspiring, faltering of the voice, inactivity and madness. Sri Radha is very much beautified by wearing the flower garland strung with her 25 transcendental qualities, and she is clothed in the two-part silken garments of both sober and non-sober emotional ecstasies. covered indignation constitutes her braided and ornamented hair, and she is radiant with the tilak of auspicious fortune. The name and glories of Sri Krishna are the delight of her ears. Srimati Radharani's lips have become very red from chewing betel nuts. Or is it betel nuts?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Betel.
Yeah.
And the black collyrium of cunningness is clearly visible on her eyes. Her smile is like sweet camphor, and she is always fond of joking. She sits upon a bed of pride in a palace of fame and glory, and a garland of extraordinary transformations of ecstatic love hangs swinging from around her neck. Her breasts are covered by the bodies of loving anger. She plays on a lute called Kachapi, turtle-shaped, to announce the conquest of her rival Chandravali. Radha is always fond of placing her beautiful lotus-like hands on the shoulders of two of her girl friends. Her youthful form is very graceful and slender, and she is exclusive distributor of the nectar of Lord Shyama Sundara. O Rupa and Raghunath, your great treasure is the lotus feet of such a Radhika. This Bhaktivinod, who is very fallen and lowly, prays at your lotus feet with the straw of the street between his teeth. Please bestow upon me a nectarian particle of eternal service to Srimati Radharani.
Fabulous. Thank you so much.
Hare
So this is such a beautiful bhajan. It's one of Bhaktivinod Thakur's bhajans in the Gitavali. He's written many songbooks, and these bhajans are very deep. And although we have no qualification really to talk about Radharani, luckily we have these bhajans which we can sing and read and understand a little bit more about Srimati Radharani. Thank you so much, everybody. Any questions, any comments? Otherwise, we shall convene again, hopefully next Thursday, and do Radhikastakam song number 6. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Radhika.
Thank you, my
Dandavat
Prabhuji.
everybody. Nitai Gaur Hari.
Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Thank you, everybody.